right there.
Well, today is all about winning on NASCAR Race Hub, and Joey Logano here, fresh off a Nationwide Series victory at Talladega. Walk us through the end of that race, the final lap. Is that a move that you had planned out?
It's a move I think you've seen a few times now at super speedways when we were doing that two-car push. I've never gotten able to do that move. I've always had it planned out, like, okay, I'm going to do it here, and then the caution would come out in turn 3 or something like that. So I finished second a lot in the super speedway races a lot, especially on the nationwide side, and never was able to make the move. So I was excited. I could see the checker flag. I'm like, all right, let's try it. And I thought I did a little bit too early, but it actually worked out good. And the pack behind me, they also did the same thing, so they didn't get the run on me. So it was a lot of fun. It was exciting.
Did Kyle Busch say anything to you after the race?
He came up in victory lane. He laughed and joked around a little bit, but there's not much you can do. If you're the leader coming down in that situation, there's not a whole bunch you can do to try to shake the guy off the back of you. And I think he knew it was coming. So, you know, as the guy and the leader in that pack, you can block and try to do what you can, but it's really hard to do much there.
You know, Joey, winning is great. We know that. That's the ultimate goal. Winning a race, winning the championship, sitting on pole positions. And, you know, you go to victory lane, you get your picture taken, you hold up the trophy, all that great stuff. But what does winning really mean to a driver, particularly a younger driver like yourself?
To me, I think it's the most exciting, greatest feeling you can have. I think it's just amazing. Like, I'm coming across the line, it's last second, you just got the win. You don't know you're going to have it until, you know, a second before you come across the line. And it's just, you go crazy. Like, you just spaz out. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And, you know, 10 minutes later, it's over. But, you know, that's what you work for every single day. You go to the shop, you go to race every weekend. You do everything you do that you focus on racing. That when you finally get that win, that's the #1 goal. That's what you shoot for every week. So you dedicate your whole life to that. When you finally get that, it's a huge feeling, and you know, it's hard to replicate that.
I hear you. You're all in. That, like you said, that's it. That's what you live for.
Yeah.
But is there a residual impact? In other words, does it help your confidence, you know, going down the road? Or, I mean, you know, how does that help?
Oh, it does for sure. You know, obviously, I went into that race for sure with a ton of confidence, just feeling like I was really going to win this race today. I don't know why, I just had a feeling that, hey, I was going to win this race. And you got to go into every race like that. You got to be able to have that confidence. Obviously, to answer your question, winning a race goes into, you know, that momentum, which is confidence, goes into your cup stuff, goes into all that stuff. So it definitely, it transfers over and it helps. It kind of gives you a boost, kind of gives you a restart on a lot of things. So I think it's really important to win races, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the cup stuff later. But first up, your buddy Brandon McReynolds is going to be here today. You guys have been friends for how long?
Too long. Way too long.
Oh, yeah, because you're all of 21, almost 22.
I'm almost 22. I was talking to some friends earlier, so I'm getting almost to your age.
We're going to go to the old age home together.
But, no, Brandon and I have been friends since we were racing Bandoleros against each other.
So
we were
12 years old? Yeah.
10,
9.
Like
wow.
Yeah. So long time. So it was cool because he won the ARCA race obviously, and then we were able to win Saturday at the GameStop Toyota, and so we were laughing like, man. And then my buddy Coleman Presley, he won a UAR race at Kingsport. So it's like, man, we're all winning this weekend. So it was pretty neat.
That's great. Well, as we said, more with Brandon McReynolds and more with Joey Logano. We're still getting warmed up on the hub. Plenty more to come, including what drivers had to say about how they'd like to be remembered after leaving the sport. Fascinating comments from a lot of today's drivers, and Joey Logano at the front end of his career. He's not going to the old age home. Just joking, all of 21. Have you even thought about that, how you want to be remembered?
I think for me, you want to be known as a winner. You know, obviously on the racetrack, but off the racetrack too. The things you do off the racetrack, the way you treat people, and all that. I just think a winner is more than just winning races. It's how you live life, and that's kind of how I want to be remembered.
Well done. Well said. I want to talk about your Cup program now. You know, last year you had to live through the circus of Carl Edwards. You know, Carl Edwards might be coming to JGR. And at first you said, you know, I'm not even paying attention to that. And then a little bit later in the summer you said, well, it has bothered me. What's your mindset right now? How do you feel about your place at Joe Gibbs Racing?
Our mindset right now is 100% focused on 2012 and what we got going on right now. We are still close enough to be able to get into the chase. Very close enough. It's very.
It's obtainable. It's
yes,
there. Yeah.
For sure. And we can go out there and win races. We have the speed. We can just got to tune it in a little bit better. So we're close. So we got to stay focused on that. We can't afford to lose focus on the prize there. So we're just going to stay with what we're doing, keep focused in and doing that. Hopefully go to Darlington, have a great run, hopefully win a race there, get to the All-Star race. Hopefully we get in that All-Star race somehow, and go from there. So it's 100% focused on what we got going on.
Joey, racers, I think they always look at performance. In other words, you guys don't all the time pay attention to numbers. What's really important to you is how are we running? How do you feel about that?
And yeah, it means more than even the finishes or the numbers or laps led. Are we close? Are we running fast enough? The answer right now is no, we're not. To be honest with you, we're not to where we need to be. The potential's there. We're able to get our cars 90% of the races to where they need to be by the end of the race. We need to somehow focus in on and try to figure out what we got to do to start the race better. And because you lose so much in the beginning of the races, and there's not many cautions in our races lately. So you get behind, you can't make it up. So we got to find a way to be able to make up that up. And Jason and I are working great together, and we're really digging into it and peeling back each layer like an onion, trying to figure out what we got to do. And each weekend we find something different. And the good thing is we're talking about it and we're finding answers. And we just got to keep working on that, though.
Great stuff, Joey. Congratulations again on the nationwide win, and good luck at the track. Too tough to tame.
That's right. Thanks. I'm going to try to tame it.
Yeah, I hear you. We'll be back to wrap up the Hub right after this.